Want to learn how to create a vision board? Today, I'm doing something really fun and exciting, and that is creating my very first vision board for 2025. So, what is this whole importance between this vision board? Why are people creating vision boards? The importance of creating a vision board is your brain cannot tell the difference between a real life situation or an imaginary experience. This has been scientifically proven. So when you are looking at your vision board and visualizing yourself, you achieving those goals, your brain cannot tell whether it's real or not. So the brain thinks that those experiences that you are visualizing and that you are seeing on your vision board are actually real. So then what happens is when you start visualizing and when you start seeing your goals and you achieving them, your brain starts to create new neural pathways, and that will help you to bring your vision to life. And that is when the coincidences start to happen. So what really is a vision board? A vision board is a physical representation of your future goals and your desires. Mostly a collage of pictures that you cut off, either from various places, like it could be Pinterest, it could be Google Images, it could be a magazine, newspaper, books, anything that you find inspirational, and paste it on your vision board, as that will represent that it's one of your goals that you want to achieve one day. So a vision board comprises of all of your personalized vision and your goals that you want to achieve. First off, there are two important times of the day that you need to be looking at your vision board. Number one, as you wake up, you need to have your vision board in a place where you can see it as you wake up. You start the day on a positive. Your brain is in a state called theta. Theta is one of the most powerful states of your brain, because why? You are still unconscious, but halfway through, because your subconscious is still awake. So when you wake up, you need to be feeding all of the things that you want, all of the desires that you want into your brain at that time, because that is where your subconscious can easily capture the desire and actually start working on it to bring it to you. And the second is when you go to bed. So these are the two important times of the day that you need to have your vision board being looked at. Whatever you tell your subconscious accepts, whether it's a positive thought or whether it's a negative thought. So it cannot filter and think that, oh, this is a negative thought, we're not gonna manifest this, we're not gonna neglect this. It can't do it. So whatever you tell it, it takes, and it says, yes, this is true, and that is what I'm going to bring to you, and that is what I'm going to create. If you have been programmed all your life about life in a negative way, or if you have been feeding limited beliefs or negative thoughts on a daily basis, when you grow up, your mind will be programmed to think, this is the life that we're creating, life is hard, it's hard to get what we want, this is like a really delusional thing, like, this cannot be achieved, only rich people can achieve it, or only the chosen people can achieve it, or only the people that are lucky that can achieve it, I cannot achieve it. So if you keep telling yourself and believing that you can't get it, then your subconscious thinks, yes, okay, this is true, we can't get it, so it will not bring it to you. And then life will start being hard, you'll start having problems, you'll be financially broke, and that's where you start complaining about life. But if you turn it around, the thing is, the beautiful part of this whole manifestation thing is that no matter how negative your life has been, you can always reprogram your mind to think otherwise. You can always change it around. It's gonna be hard because your mind has been programmed to think that way. So subconsciously, you're gonna be thinking all those negative thoughts. But when you are trying to reprogram it into the opposite, you're gonna have to do a lot of work. And you're gonna have to consciously be aware of what you think. Let's say if you're thinking a negative thought that I'm broke, or life is hard, nothing comes easy to me. So that is what you have been repeating in your mind for the past 20 odd years. But you can consciously turn it around by saying, no, life doesn't have to be hard for me anymore. I can create the life that I want. Life is not hard. Everything comes easy for me. Things flow naturally for me. Opportunities are oozing for me. I have so much to look forward to life. I love life. Life treats me so well. When you consciously keep telling those thoughts over and over, you start to reprogram your mind to think, no, things are easy for me now, and I don't have to think that life is hard. So when it keeps happening through repetition, you start to reprogram your mind to think the opposite of what you have been programmed to think. So then your subconscious picks on those and say, okay, yes, this is true. So I'm going to be bringing her the things that make her life easy. Or I'm going to start giving her the opportunities that she's been longing for. I'm going to bring her desired self. These are what we're going to do. So then you start to become creative. You start to get ideas out of the blues. You start to hear from a friend saying that, oh, hey, look, I have an opportunity for you. Would you like to be a part of it? That's when the small synchronicities start to happen, the coincidences. But actually, it's you manifesting it because you started reprogramming your mind to think differently, to think that you are worthy of receiving what you want to receive. So that is where vision boards can help you overcome that. I'm going to give you all a few steps on how to start creating your vision board, and then later on give you all some tips on what you need to do to put into practice in order to receive your manifestations. So keep on watching. So the first step is to get clear and to get serious on what your goals really are. This, you're going to have to take it really seriously, because without this first step, you cannot go on to the next few steps to create your vision board, because this is where the juiciest part lies. For this, you're going to need a piece of paper, you're going to need a pen, and you're going to start writing down everything that you need. So to make it easier, you can start by separating your goals into categories. So categories can be career, financial goals, friendship goals, relationship goals, what are your health goals, your travel goals if you have any, your hobbies. Once you categorize them as career, friendship, and so on, you're gonna have to get specific on each category. So if you take career, for example, what does your ideal highest version of yourself do as her career? What does she do for work? Is it a flexible work? Is it a 9-to-5 job? If it's a 9-to-5 job, in what sector does she work in? Is it in finance? Is it in marketing? Is it in social media? Is it in sales? Is it in engineering? Or is it in data and analytics? Or is it in AI? It could be anything that your heart wants. And you need to get descriptive. What does she want? Is it a flexible work job? Is it a remote job? Is it an on-site job? What does her ideal team look like? Is the company a foreign company or is it a local company? Get really specific on what you really envision your career to be. Don't think about the career that you have right now. Think about your ideal career that you really see that your highest self is doing. And get descriptive and write each and everything. Be specific as possible, because the little details really do matter to really know what your goal is. Because if you don't get specific on what your goal really is, you are not putting a proper picture in your mind. So then your mind cannot work, like I said, your subconscious cannot work to bring that towards you if you're not being specific. So you really need to sit and think. This first step is so crucial and so important, because this is where you really get down to business. You really understand what you really want. You really understand what you're holding yourself back from. So really take your time, take as long as you need to understand what you really want, because without this you won't be able to actually pick out the pictures and put it on your vision board. Because if you are being specific, you would know exactly what you want to pick and what you want to have pasted on your vision board. So really take your time here. Also, when you are writing your goals in each category, try to write them in present tense as if you are already doing it. Let's say if you envision to be a social media influencer, or if you envision yourself to be a doctor, you need to write saying that I am currently working as a doctor. I am currently working as a social media influencer. I get to go on brand trips. I get PR packages. I get to film and work with all the makeup brands that I really love. I get to meet the people that I've always wanted to meet. I have a really close and a really amazing community of people to work with. So really get specific and really write them down as if you are already living that career, because that is the beauty of it, because you want to signal your subconscious that you are already living that life. Don't write it in the future tense, because then you're going to signal your mind to think that, okay, this is not happening yet, but this is going to happen in the future. But what you want is to speed up your manifestation. You want it to come to you quickly. So you need to tell your mind as if you're already living it right now. So that's going to help it speed up faster. Get delusional as you can be, because listen, nobody's here to judge. This is about you and your future self. So it can be the most delusional thing or the most outrageous thing that you could ever think of. But please, if that is something that resonates with your heart, then you need to write it down and you need to pursue it. Go crazy. No one's here to judge. Don't think about, oh my god, if my friend knows this, they'll think that I'm such a crazy person. No one's gonna judge you, and you're not gonna show it to anyone. Obviously, this is just for you to see, not for anyone. You're not gonna do this for a show. I'm doing this video because I want to share my knowledge, and I want to share and show people how it's done and how they can bring their ideal self to life, just like I am working on bringing my future and desired self to life. So I want to help people out there. So I'll give you an example. This year in 2024, I created a digital vision board. This is the first time I'm actually creating a real physical vision board. So this is huge for me. But I created a digital vision board at the beginning of this year, and I put in that vision board a picture of a girl on a dance competition floor, all glammed up in her costume with makeup done, with a dance video. I put it up on the screen so that you can see. What I told myself was, when I was putting that vision, this year I want to somehow do a dance competition, because that's something I have always been dreaming of doing. Started dancing right after I started school, but I joined my dream class last year, which is another manifestation that I manifested. I actually didn't put it on my vision board. I actually did have it in the back of my mind that I really wanted to join my class, and I really did. So I put it in January at the start of the year, and then in February my dance teacher was like, Trudy, there's a dance competition happening in July. Would you like to participate in it? And I really encourage you to do so. And I was like, wow, that's crazy, because I anyway entered into the year thinking that I'm definitely gonna do dance competition. And just 2 months into the year, my dance teacher told me that there's a competition happening in July, and that she wants me to join in. So anyhow, I said yes, and guess what? I ended up doing 2 dance competitions this year. which is crazy. We ended up having one in July, and we ended up having another one in September. And I'll put a picture on the screen so that you can see. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think that I'll be doing toe dance competitions this year, but I ended up doing it. So that's what manifestation is all about. You need to get clear on what you want. And sometimes you might do it not once, but maybe twice or thrice. So which is also still good. So now since you've got clear and specific on what your goals are, next is the fun part and most creative part. We're gonna start picking pictures from everywhere so that you have what you want to paste on your vision board. For this, you can use Pinterest, you can use Google Images, you can use magazines, you can use newspapers, you can use books, you can use articles, anything. You can even personalize your images using ChatGPT, AI. There are so many resources right now, so use them. The goal is to get creative as you can be. Just go crazy. This is where your creativity can be used to the maximum, to take advantage of it. To pick your images, you will need to go back to your list that you made in step 1, which I mentioned, where you got specific on your goals and separated them into categories. You're gonna take one category and you're gonna see what are the goals that you have listed down underneath that category, and you're gonna pick probably 2 to 3 images from that category and have it printed. You can even have quotes, anything as you please, as long as it's customized and personalized to you. Before we move on to making of the vision board, I'm going to give you 3 mistakes that you need to avoid when you're making a vision board. Step number 1, avoid being vague. If you're being vague, let's say, for example, you put a picture of money, or a picture full of just cash only, and maybe a phrase saying just money, or a phrase saying just self-care or self-love, and you just put a girl there doing a skincare routine. So here's the thing, when you're being vague, like putting a picture of money, you are not being specific as to what that money is bringing you. You don't know how you got that money, or what are you gonna do when you get that money. Will you be donating it? What will you be using it for? Will you be investing it? So you're not being specific there, so it's being quite vague there. Even when you put a picture of self-care, what does self-care and self-love mean to you? Self-care and self-love doesn't have a set definition. It's personalized to everyone. For me, my way of self-care and self-love will be totally different to yours. So it can mean a lot of things to different people. So you need to make sure that you're specializing it and personalizing it to you. So don't be vague when you are making a vision board. Just don't put a picture of money. Make sure you know, if it's money, where that money is coming from. How did you earn it? Is it through the career that you do? Did someone gift it to you? So don't be vague. Don't. The next mistake is trying to make your vision boards aesthetically pleasing. Listen, let's all normalize having messy vision boards, okay? We do not need to have the prettiest, the most colorful, the most aesthetic vision board, because that's not the goal. We're creating a vision board for ourselves. So let's just normalize having messy ones, okay? And the third mistake is not having a personal connection to your vision board. When I say personal connection, I mean you not having a personal connection to that picture that you picked out. For example, you're just choosing an image and not seeing either yourself in it, or you seeing yourself as you're the person who took it. What I learned recently was, if you don't Photoshop yourself into the picture, or if you don't see yourself there, or if you don't see yourself as you were the person who took the picture, then that's gonna disconnect you from the goal. If you can Photoshop yourself into the picture, let's say for example, it's a picture of you with a celebrity, or it's a picture of you in a podcast show or being interviewed. So you can pick a picture of a person being interviewed and cut out your face and paste it on that person being interviewed to show that okay, you can visualize this is you being interviewed on this show. If it's a celebrity that you want to meet, you can take a picture of someone who has taken a picture with that celebrity and cut out a picture of your face and paste it there, or Photoshop it, whatever, show that you can now visualize yourself as if you have already met that celebrity. Now that we know the mistakes, let's go on to the fun part. Let's go make the vision board. So to make your vision board, you will need an A2 poster board. Mine is a little bit bigger than an A2 poster board, but I have taken a canvas painting board, so anything works for you. And these are the pictures that I have printed out, around 50 to 55 images. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna separate it into categories, which I've mentioned in your first step. So be categorizing it into relationship, my fitness goals, wellness goals, career goals. That's my partner helping me out. He just came to make the vision board with me. And then so that is me separating it like so. It's easier that way. And then those are a few quotes that I took out. And then I'm going to separate the quotes. And those are 3 pictures of myself which I'm going to Photoshop. And that's my main goal for the year, which is to create a vision that makes me jump out of bed. So I put that in the middle because I want to make that my main theme for 2025. And now I'm taking my relationship goals and I'm going to just see how I'm going to paste it on my vision board. So those are a few pictures. I'm just checking like how I would want each picture to show on the vision board, and then maybe cut out the extras and see. Those are a few quotes for my vision on my relationship. So I have taken a grow together love and a calm love, because that's one of my main goals that I want to cultivate in my relationship with my partner. So that's just me cutting out and seeing how it will show on the vision board. And like so, that is how it's done. And that's how, okay, so this is my partner just cutting out borders for my theme for the year, and that's a picture of me which I cut out, and I'm gonna paste it onto a picture of a influencer who has taken a picture with Selena Gomez, because one of my goals is to meet her someday, I don't know when. So that's me photoshopping so that I can see like as if I have taken the picture with her. And that's me photoshopping another picture of myself onto Gigi Hadid's picture. And so this is what you're gonna do. You're just gonna go crazy. You're just gonna see what suits your vibe, see how you can align each picture to your taste. I have done like a career side where I want my career stuff. These are what my career goals are, and I'm just gonna cut out. These are a few materialistic things, the Rhode lip tints. Those are some materialistic things which I want to own one day, and I'm just cutting it all out. I'm just showing y'all like how I actually did it, just so I'll get an idea on how you can just cut out the extras which you don't need, just so that you can highlight just the images enough. You don't have to like keep it the way that you've printed it. You can just cut around it. You can just make space on your vision board so that you can put all of your images to fit on the poster board. So this is me just cutting around it and just pasting it like so. So that's how you do it. This is my partner. He's just helping me out. That's a little dancey dance I did. And this is how I cut it out, and I just laid it on the vision board to see how it shows. And then I will go ahead and paste it like this. So that's how I do it. Just showing you all a small preview how it's done. I did everything else the same way. You can just paste it, just light on your vision board and see. So this is the finished look of the vision board. This is my 2025 physical vision board that I've ever made. Okay, so now that we have created our vision board, next is visualizing it. Once you create it, you need to start visualizing yourself and start incorporating visualization into your daily life. You need to start making visualization a habit in your life, because when you create this habit, you tend to do it subconsciously every single day, because then you have already triggered and you have already told your mind and your brain that this is our goal and this is what we want to achieve. Like I said earlier, it will create new neural pathways. So if you keep doing this consistently, it is when you will be able to speed up your manifestation and have it come to you faster. What if you're not home? Because you can't be taking a vision board everywhere, right? Wherever you go. So let's say you've gone on a trip or you have gone somewhere and you don't have your vision board. Practice that you kept having, you need to keep having it when you don't have your vision board, because your vision board is just a motivation, it's just a tool to help you. You're going to be doing the work. Every single day, we think about 60 to 70,000 thoughts per day. Analyze and understand what kind of thoughts are you thinking on a daily basis. Are those negative thoughts or are those positive thoughts? If those are negative, you know what you need to do. Try to visualize good thoughts and happy thoughts to make you think positively, so that you will be able to bring your desire to you. Where you are now is what you have created. Your thoughts created who you are and where you are now. Whether you are aware of that or not, you are subconsciously creating your life. That is a fact, and that is not something anyone can argue by. It's scientifically proven as well, and there are so many people that talk about it, so there's no one that can deny it, because it's true. You might be living your dream next year, or maybe in a month or 2 months, in 6 months. You never know. You have to start speaking it into reality. If you don't speak it into reality, making a vision board and visualizing it will not do anything for you. When you speak up with confidence. You speak up with total belief in yourself, right? When you speak with confidence, you need to speak as if you know and you believe that it's gonna come. You know that you're gonna get it no matter what. No matter what people tell you. My Instagram girlies know I love Selena Gomez, and it's always been a dream. It's always been a delusional dream for me, but I still believe that I can achieve it, and I still believe that there is a possibility of me meeting her some way, somehow. I don't know how, but I know, I believe it will happen. And I tell that to some people, they might literally laugh. They might literally say, how can you meet her? Like, she's in the US and she's all, big and all that. I know, I'm just a tiny person. I understand that. But I don't care. I believe that I will meet her one day and it's gonna happen. Their limited belief is not gonna affect me, because I believe in myself that I will meet her one day. People are gonna laugh at you, but that's okay. But you need to speak with confidence. You need to speak with so much demand that you know you're gonna get it. Words are very powerful. When I started off this YouTube channel, I started this off last year. When I started it off, I really didn't tell anyone that I started a YouTube channel. The only people who knew was my partner and my mom. My best friends, no one knew. That's because I felt embarrassed and I felt cringy that I started a YouTube channel, because I felt like people are gonna laugh at me. But those were just my limiting beliefs and my negative thoughts. I just kept making videos, got like maybe a few views, not much. But I didn't speak it into the world, though I really liked it. I remember I got over it and I thought, you know what, I need to really embrace this feeling of actually being a YouTuber. Because if I don't feel it, if I don't embrace it, then why am I even doing it? Because the whole thought is, we have 50 subscribers. If I feel embarrassed and if I feel cringy of my videos with 50,000 subscribers, how am I gonna feel when I reach 10,000 subscribers, 50,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, 1 million subscribers? Am I still gonna feel embarrassed of myself? Am I still gonna feel cringy of my videos? It doesn't make sense, right? That's because I'm not fully embracing my potential, telling myself that I believe I can do this. I was doing that and I was feeling that way because I felt like people are gonna judge me. But the thing is, when I got over it and when I put it on my Instagram saying, hey guys, look, I started a YouTube channel last year and now I'm putting it out there. If this resonates with any of you, please do subscribe, watch my videos if it does align with you. So I really put it out there. And now I feel good that I did that. That's because I believe and I embrace the fact that I do this and I love doing it. And I do this as a hobby and as a side hustle. So if I don't speak it out and if I don't embrace it, I'm signaling my mind again saying that, I'm not deserving or worthy of this and I don't believe I can achieve it. And if with 20 or 50 subscribers, if I feel this way, how am I gonna feel with 10,000 subscribers, right? So it's about being confident, knowing that you are able to achieve it. Because without that belief, you cannot achieve anything. You need to see yourself as someone who believes and knows that they can achieve whatever they want and whatever they desire to be. Speak it into reality. That's how it is, because your words are powerful. And if you're speaking it to the wrong people, you know that isn't true, because you know you believe in yourself. So why are you going to let someone else control you and dictate that what you're doing is not worthy or deserving? Doesn't make sense, right? You do it. You are passionate about it, you're gonna get it. So speak with confidence so that nobody can tear you down. And the next is, you have to feel it. Oh my god, this is so crucial, because you know why? It's because you feel it before you even have it. It speeds up your manifestation, because when you feel as if you are already a millionaire, or if you feel like you won that competition, or if you feel like you have a successful career, if you feel like you have the type of friends that you want around you, or if you feel like you are with the desired partner you want to be, or in the dream relationship you want to be, you already tell your brain again that I already have this, so I'm not looking for it. You know, when you ask something and then you start looking for it, why are you looking for it? Why? You looking for it means that you don't have it, and that you don't believe that you have it or will get it. So that's a form of lack, a lack mindset. You are currently speeding up the manifestation process, because when you incorporate the feelings of knowing that you already have it, feelings like happiness, feeling blessed, feeling grateful, feeling excited, feeling elated, feeling amazing. When you hack your happy hormones, you are on a high vibration. So then your subconscious thinks that, oh, she's happy, she's grateful, she's happy with what she has. When you are grateful for what you have, it's about feeling grateful for what you have right now. Even though you feel grateful about being a millionaire, it means that you're feeling grateful for the amount that you already have in your life right now. You feel complete, you feel like this is just more than enough. You're not complaining because you have nothing to complain, because you're so grateful for everything that you have right now. Me, I'm so grateful that I have this ring light. I'm so grateful that I have this phone to record myself, to upload on YouTube, and to share my knowledge and to show the world like you can do it too. About feeling grateful that you have the amount of money that you have right now, or the amount of savings that you have right now. So you're not complaining about the things that you don't have. So when you have a happy heart, you are vibrating on a higher level. So that's the highest level you can be, because you are overflowing with joy. And being on that level brings you so much of peace, so much of happiness, so much of joy, than feeling on a low vibration, which brings you anger, which brings you sadness, which brings you hurt. And it doesn't really feel nice to be down there, right? So it's always good to stay up here and feel happy. So hacking those happy hormones will help you feel like you're deserving of more, because then the universe is like, wow, she's happy with what she has, I want to give her more. I want to make her happy even more. I want to bless her with even more.
and see how she feels then. And then when you get that, you feel even more grateful and you feel so thankful that you have this. And then the universe is going to bless you with even more and even more opportunities, amazing people, like people who you never thought that you would even meet. That's how you speed up your manifestation to bring you what you want. It's about feeling your highest. So your highest version of yourself, you don't see your highest version of yourself being sad, being angry, being hurt, being frustrated, being stressed. No, right? You see your highest version of yourself being happy, feeling overjoyed, feeling grateful, feeling free, feeling having the feeling of being able to afford whatever she wants. So that's what you want, right? So you gotta be feeling those things right now. If you don't feel those feelings right now, you're never gonna feel that when you get it, because you're waiting till you get it. It's not about waiting, it's about feeling like you already have it, because then you don't have to look and find, okay, I don't have that, I don't have it, when is it coming? You're not looking for it because you already know you have it, you believe that you have it, and you're just grateful. So there's nothing to look because you're not complaining. So that will help you to close the gap between your current self and your desired self. So the gap that you have like this tends to be like this. So then you already are your desired self. So that helps you speed up your manifestations and your desire. And lastly, I would like to say is journal. Journal as much as you can. I have a gratitude journal. This is my gratitude journal. I got this book from my cousin, she sent it over to me. And in this journal is actually really good. I have written down so many things that I'm grateful for, what I want to let go and what I want to focus on. So in this gratitude journal, you can see, first it says, I will let go of what I'm grateful for today and what I will focus on. So that gives you a sense of understanding as to what I want to let go of today, and something negative that you want to get rid of, or a habit that you want to get rid of. What am I grateful for today? What is something that brings me that I know I have, and I am so grateful that I have it and I'm blessed. There are hundreds of things you can think of. So they're just saying to like list down maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. You can think of 6 things. And then what I will focus on. What do you want to improve? What do you want to work on? If you can get a gratitude journal, I think that would be great. Because gratitude is something that we need to keep practicing, because I feel like not a lot of us have been trained since a small age to be grateful, to feel blessed, to be thankful for what we have. Because when we stop to think of how much of things that, when we start to count our blessings, we will think, wow, we just have so much, and all of those may be, luxury things. There are people who don't even have half of those, or even quarter of those. Start to complain less, because you have so much to be grateful for, that complaining about what you don't have is not even an option anymore. So journal as much as you can, visualize and write down your desired self, like every day, whatever your desired self that you envision her to be, write it down and go crazy. I've always loved journaling. Journaling has always been my best friend. Whenever I feel down, I always take out a book and write. If you don't like to write, you can always type it on your notes app on your phone. Another thing that I can recommend is, if you don't like journaling, something that I do when I don't have the time to write in that moment, what I would do is I would go and look myself in the mirror, and I would talk to myself. And because what you want to do is journal and have that sense of relief and release from your body. So it's either by writing it, or it's either by speaking it. So you don't necessarily need to speak it to someone. You can speak it to yourself by looking yourself in the mirror. I do that so many times, and it really does feel better to let it out to yourself, and to talk to yourself like you talk to yourself like a friend.
So that really will help the connection, that will really help you improve the connection between yourself, and to recognize yourself, and to just look yourself in the eyes and think like you will achieve this. I believe you will. Like, this is something that we've always wanted to do, and I believe we can do it. I mean, we don't have to think that it's not gonna happen, because this world is infinite, the universe is big, and it can bring us really big things, though we think it will not. Practice gratitude. That's one thing I would always recommend. I tell my mom to just be grateful for what she has, because sometimes she also tends to complain a lot of things. I think we all do. That brings us to the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed this one little video. I hope you learned a lot. Please comment down below and let me know what you learned, and tag me maybe on Instagram, whatever the vision boards that you created and made. I would love to see them. And yeah, I will see you then in the next video. Bye.